Hello, this is David Erler from Heart of the Lion School of Martial Arts. Heart of the Lion School of Martial Arts. Yes, I did say that right. Um, Even though I don't have a physical school at this particular time, um, I have had a school um, with that name in the past. But this is what I want to talk about today. Let's talk about self defense. Mainly practical, street, out there in the world kind of self defense. Now, my views on self defense have always been the same, and they have been. It doesn't matter where you are. You can feel safe at home. You can be in a restaurant, at a friend's house, and something can happen where you have to defend yourself or someone you love, or even someone who you don't even know. And if you're the only one who is there, who has training or the ability to be that person that needs to defend themselves, or be the defender of someone else, whether it be a friend, a girlfriend, um, someone who is in need of self defense, of being defended. Uh, my view is that if you can be that person, be that person. Um, uh, there is a saying called always take action. And sometimes you're it, whether you have to defend yourself or someone else. So the best thing you can be is as much of aware of what's going on around you at all times, or at least to the best of forgive me, of your abilities. Um, I started the martial arts back when I was 5 or 6 years old, and uh, over my many years, and um, I am 61 years old right now. I have been very, how would you say, privileged to learn how to defend myself and do the martial arts from several different masters and very good instructors. Um, I have met many people in the martial art world um, on the West Coast. Way back in the day, I have met Chuck Norris before he even uh, became movies and all that good stuff. I met Bruce Lee. I met several martial art people in the martial art community out there. Um, but those who I personally had instruction from were not the big and famous people that you hear about, but except for maybe a few. Um, they were all good instructors, and um, if you go to my website at Heart of the Lion M-A, well, yeah. Hey, I'm old. Forgive me. If you go to Heart of the Lion School of Martial Arts, mysite.com, um, I'll figure out what the exact wording is here in a minute. I have it written down here. My home site is Heart of the Lion M-A .mysite.com, and you will be able to read about me and my journey through life, through the different instructors that I've had. And I didn't put them all down. I only put down a few in this listing of martial arts instructors that I've had, and I put down the ones that I like the best. And I've had quite a few instructors. Well, let's get to my point today. Is being able to defend yourself. Being able to defend yourself comes with practice. And go to class. Go to as many classes as you possibly can. Do what you need to do in order to become sufficient at your techniques. I mean, you've got to throw some bad techniques, and you got to throw some good techniques, and you got to throw what you can out there in your practicing to get to the point where you're sufficient at doing certain techniques that you will know will work. Because I'm going to be honest with you, not everything works against everybody. Because you'll find out that your opponent may be much bigger, same size, or smaller than you. And what you use on an opponent that is your size may not work on a person who's bigger than you are. So you've got to go about certain things in a different way to accomplish what you want to accomplish, whether it be knocking the person to the ground so you can get away. Me, myself, I've learned all those ground techniques, and I don't like fighting on the ground. I want to put you down to the ground where I can be that person who just walks away. But, if I'm that person that gets knocked to the ground, I wanted to be able to learn a certain amount of techniques that I know will work against a person who takes me to the ground. Because I don't want to be the one who's, okay, I'm dead. I give up. Take my money, take my life, whatever it is. I don't want to be that person. And so I had to learn how to defend myself from standing up, sitting down, laying on the ground. Every position that you can be in can be a compromising position. Whether you're up against a wall, and it doesn't even need to be a wall, it could be a tree, a pole or something that's in the ground. You can being knocked to the ground. You can be in the grass, on a floor, on cement. It doesn't matter where you are and the position that you're in. You need to practice how to defend yourself from all positions. I myself, I know that if I'm knocked to the ground, I have less options and less techniques to be able to use than if I'm standing up. So, my goal is to remain standing and knock you to the ground and walk away. I've had other people who is real good on the ground, and their goal is to get you to the ground so they can dominate you and do what they want and have a certain amount of control. So my goal against somebody who's like that is to take their confidence away, take their abilities away, take what I can from them, put fear is a very good weapon, take fear and put it onto them and take it away from me. Okay, I don't want to fear anybody. Okay, but fear is a very good and bad weapon. Fear is there in everybody. Everybody has a fear of something or someone or some possibility of position that they can be put into that takes their inner power and it's gone. It's like fear makes your thinking and cognitive ability to be able to analyze and throw it right out the window. Okay, but here's a good practice for you. When somebody does something to you and you're trying not to show any fear, how do you do that? Well, concentration is a very good factor in not showing any fear. Knowing how to concentrate on something in your mind that doesn't allow fear to come in to your mind. Does that make sense? Okay. I mean, when I'm in class, and this comes from many, many years ago, I would put myself with the biggest, strongest, most whoever it could be, this muscly big guy who can toss me around like a rag doll, or it could be just someone I know who's really, really good and super good kicker and whatever, or he's a really good judo, jiu-jitsu type person. I pick out these people who scare me and do my sparring with them. And then, you have to be able to control your mind, concentrate on what you got to do it. Take that fear and just throw it away. It's just gone. The other concept of that is the opposite. Um, you sometimes, in order to teach something, you have to be the bully, and you have to be the bad guy, and you have to know how to, okay, now I'm the big guy. I'm the one who has to put fear upon you, the little guy, or the untrained, or whatever. So you have a chance to be able to work on your technique, your concentration, and your ability to not be afraid. And if I'm doing something that is scaring you, then it's something you need to work on. So you have to look at that from both sides. You know, you have to be able to be the one who is unafraid to go up against somebody who's twice your size. You also have to be that person who is the scary person, who is against somebody smaller than you or less ability or whatever, and you have to be that person too. So when I say go to class and train, you're training yourself and you're helping to train others. So as an instructor, be kind. But sometimes you have to be the bad guy. I really don't like being the bad guy, but I will be the bad guy if I have to be. And then there's also the situation out there on the street. You have to have the fear under control in here and up here. Control your fear, because that bad guy doesn't know if you're a proper actor of how to control your fear. Doesn't know that inside your head you're screaming your head off and calling for mommy. You know, but not showing the fear and being able to control the fear. You've got to be able to do that. So, control your fear. And it will help you throughout the rest of your life. This is David from Heart and Lion School of Martial Arts saying, I hope you guys are able to control your fear. Good night. Goodbye. May the force live long and prosper, and may the force be with you.